Hey everyone, Karen here, integrative nutrition health coach and founder of realenergyfood.com. And today I want to talk to you about jet lag. See, I was talking to a client this week about her upcoming flight. So she was flying in a couple of different time zones and so was worried about jet lag. She's suffered a lot from jet lag in the past and it ends up really messing with her whole system for a good few days, sometimes a week, and can be a real problem. So I thought that I would make this video to talk through some of the tips that I gave her to help prevent jet lag. So first of all, jet lag isn't a given. Change your mindset. Even if you've suffered from jet lag before, it doesn't mean that you're going to suffer from jet lag on every single flight. I fly really often between Australia and Canada, which is a huge time zone change, multiple time zones, pretty much on the other side of the world, and I never get jet lag. Both ways, exactly the same. It's fine when I go from Perth to Vancouver and from Vancouver back to Perth. I settle into the new time zone really well, and there's a few things that I make sure I do every single flight that I think really help with this. So, what are my 5 top tips for preventing jet lag? Okay, so number 1, kind of simple, it's drink more water. This one sounds easy, but lots of people jump on the flight and completely forget to drink water, especially if you don't bring your own drink bottle on the flight. It can often be hard to get enough water from the flight attendants, especially when you're doing a trip such as Canada to Australia. It takes me sometimes 24 to 28 hours to get all the way from Perth to Vancouver. So bringing your own water bottles with you, or buying, once you get through the section of the airport where you're not allowed to bring liquids, buy yourself a big bottle of water to make sure that you're able to drink enough. Honestly, flights are really dehydrating and water makes a big difference. Tip number 2 is don't drink alcohol. Okay, so I know this is a really boring tip, but it really helps. It kind of goes along with the drinking water. Flying is really dehydrating and kind of doesn't make you feel good on the other side anyway. So when you don't drink enough water combined with drinking alcohol on the flight, it has this cumulative effect to just really not make you feel great when you get there. So save your drinks for a fun night out when you get to your destination and skip them on the flight. Number 3 is watch what you eat. So even if you're not flying halfway across the world, if you have a day where you eat lots of junky, salty, preservative-filled foods, you're not going to feel that great at the end of the day. Yet we jump on an airplane, which is already really stressful in our body, and we do exactly that. We have the extra candy because we're on the flight. The in-flight meals are often really salty and dehydrating. We maybe get some snacks that we wouldn't usually eat, and so we're kind of putting all these added stresses on our body. So when you are flying, acknowledge that this can be a little bit of a stressful time on your body. It's going to need a little bit of extra care, and fill it full of lots of healthy foods. And if this means bringing your own snacks, buying a salad at the airport before you get on your flight, taking the vegetarian meal, sometimes you get a fruit salad for breakfast instead of kind of the sausages and bacon, the really salty foods. These are some tips to really make sure that you're giving your body the best chance of feeling good once you get to your destination. Number 4 is get some rest. So whenever I get on the plane, I like to adjust to my new time zone pretty much as soon as I get on the plane. So I'm talking about for those really long haul flights like Canada to Australia. It's not the same if you're only crossing a couple of time zones, but especially when you're going for a really long haul flight, I like to pretend I'm in the new time zone as soon as I get on the plane. So that means that if it's nighttime in my new destination, I rest on the plane. And sometimes I'm not tired. Sometimes I would prefer to watch a movie or maybe play with my phone or do some work, do something else, but I really like to feel good at the destination. I really love never experiencing jet lag. I love being able to get to a new location and go and explore right away. So when I get on the plane, if it's nighttime in the new location, I rest. And that means that even if you're not tired, you close your eyes and you lay back in your chair and you just relax. It really helps getting into that new time zone as soon as possible. So sleep when you can. If you can't sleep though, just rest. It really does make a big difference when you then get to your new time zone. And number 5 is choose your flights. So this one too can really help. I really like to, again, for these really long flights especially, I really like to get into my destination, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon or sometime in the afternoon. I'm currently along the Amalfi Coast in Italy, and I'm flying back to Perth, Australia next week. And my flight arrives in Perth at 5 p.m, which is really great time because even if you've rested and you've really chilled out on the flight, by the time you get to your new destination, you're often really tired. Especially if you've been switched, as soon as you got on the flight, you switched into the new time zone. So when I get to Perth, I'll make sure that I right away, have something healthy to eat, chill out, catch up with family, and then go to bed on a normal Perth time. You really need to try and schedule your flight so that you get in at a time that allows you to stay awake until you can go to bed in the new time zone. I really think going to bed in the new time zone for that first day sets you up to feel good the next day. So having a look and sometimes that, extra $100 or something for a better time to fly, it can so be worth it because it just means that you feel so much better when you arrive in the new destination and can get into that time zone much faster. So hopefully these tips were useful. I would love to hear from you if you've used all these tips and you still get jet lag. I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below this video, or if you've got a go-to tip for preventing jet lag that works really well for you. I would also love to hear about that below this video. Also, if you liked this video, please push like, share it with anyone you know that could use some jet lag tips, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye for now.